And so I started panicking because the first thing I thought was like, oh my gosh, I'm having a stroke. Hi guys, how are y'all doing? How have y'all been? I hope everybody's been good. I've been great. Well, I'm just kidding. I'm doing good. Y'all know that I like to talk about different stuff that I go through or that I'm going through or that has happened to me. And so I know I've mentioned it before, but I haven't really like talked a lot about it. But today I want to tell you guys my story about when I got Bell's palsy. If you guys don't know what Bell's palsy is, basically it's where half of your face, you like lose movement on half of your face. So basically half of your face gets paralyzed. Like you can't move it at all. I got that, oh my goodness, it was a lot of years ago. So that happened to me, and I just want to tell you guys like my story, my experience with it, and how it affected me physically and also emotionally. I'm not gonna get into like all the details, but basically just want to tell y'all like when it happened to me. Like I was on my way to work. I want to tell you the days prior to it happening to me. The days prior to it happening to me, I felt like a weird feeling in my mouth, like a weird metallic taste in my mouth, and I didn't know what it was. I was like, like what is it? Am I tasting metal in my mouth? It was like metal, like lemony. I don't know how to explain it. It was like almost like if whenever you eat a lemon and it's really, really tart, like that. So that's what it, like really like tart, like, I don't know. But that's how I had that taste in my, like the weird sensation or taste in my mouth. And I was like, what is that? You know, I didn't know what it was, and I really didn't pay that much attention to it. So the next day when I went to work, I remember I was at work, and I was, laughing with the girls, with my coworkers, and we were just like, having like a regular work day. And then all of a sudden, I remember I was telling a funny story. I don't even know what I was saying, but we were saying something funny, and we were all laughing. And then all of a sudden I said, I can't move my face. I can't move half of my face. Like whenever I would smile, I couldn't move this side of my lip. And then they started laughing. They thought I was joking, and I'm like, I'm not joking. And so right away I ran to the bathroom, and I would smile, and this part, it just would stay still. And then I started noticing, like right here, it was like it wouldn't have the same movement as this side. And so I started panicking because the first thing I thought was like, oh my gosh, I'm having a stroke. I was like, I'm having a stroke. Oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. So I went to the emergency room. There they did some tests, of course. They put me in they did a CAT scan where they put you in the tube and they take pictures of your brain. Like they wanted to rule out a stroke. So whenever the results came back, everything was good. So I had not had a stroke. So then that's when they diagnosed me with Bell's palsy. And then they told me that it was basically they explained to me like it was a nerve that, it controlled like basically your whole side of your face, and that nerve was damaged by some kind of infection. So it like died. And I'm like, am I gonna stay like this? Like what the heck? And they said no, it grows, like it comes back to life, like it regenerates itself. So eventually you'll start getting your movement back. It's just gonna take time, and you have to exercise, and you have to like massage and like go do all this stuff. And then they gave me medication, like antiviral medication for the apparently that I had a virus or an infection that affected the nerve, and that's why it caused my nerve to die. So yeah, that's how I found out I had it. And come to think of it, after like it happened, I was like thinking, I was like, what kind of infection could I have had? Like, I don't remember being sick. Like, I don't remember, like nothing. But I did remember that like a week before it happened to me, I had a really bad toothache on one of my wisdom teeth. It was like so bad, so excruciating. Like this toothache was horrible. And I never went to the dentist. Like I kind of just toughed it out until the pain went away by itself, you know? So now that I think of it, well, hello, like what if that was, you know, the infection that caused my nerve to like die? So to this day, I don't know what it was. You know, they did give me, like I said, antiviral medication for it, but it took a long time for me to even regain back my strength on my side. I was at a point where I couldn't drink out of a straw. To this day, like I still have leftover side effects. Like this eye is lower, like it's smaller than this one, and I feel like I have less movement on this side. See? When I smile, if you can see on my, I don't know if you guys noticed on my videos, but when I smile or say certain words, one side of my mouth moves different than the other. It didn't come back 100%. I took my medication, you know, I did my exercises, I massages on my face. I looked on YouTube and there was like videos on exercises that you could do, which was like you stick your thumb in your mouth and you like massage your cheek from the inside to like help the, you know, the movement and all that. So I do that, and I still do that to this day, because sometimes I feel it like tighter than others, especially whenever like I'm stressed out or tired. It gets pretty bad. I don't have any pain. I did when I first got it though. I did have pain. I remember it hurt, like my ear hurt, and it was so weird. Like this ear was so sensitive to sound. It's like you could go like you could like hit something like this and it would sound like really loud. So that was really weird. And but eventually I think it took me like I think like in 2 months, a month I started moving it a little bit, 2 months a little bit more, 3 months. Basically it took me almost like, I want to say like 8 months for it to like actually start being normal again. But yeah, so I got that, and I know that. Hey Siri, how many people get Bell's palsy in the world?
Okay, I found this on the web for how many people get Bell's palsy in the world. Check it out.
Okay, so according to this website, it says that only 23 out of 100,000 people develop Bell's palsy. So I was one of the lucky ones. Yay for me. No, but it you know, like I just wanted to say a little bit of how it's affected me. Like I grew up always being fat or chunky or whatever you want to call it. My thing was always that people would always tell me, and you know, all you girls out there that are chunky, that are heavy, that are thick, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, this compliment that you always get when you're not thin. Oh, you have such a pretty face. You have such a pretty face. You have such a pretty face. And you're like, I know. No, just kidding. But you know, you get used to that compliment. So pretty soon you start believing that the only thing you have to offer is your pretty face. So whenever that happened to me, it really did a number on me, because you know, I already felt low about my weight. So whenever that happened to me, I know it's gonna sound like, I'm like shallow for saying this, and I feel shallow for saying this, but I thought, great, I have nothing left. Like, I'm not thin. The only thing I had was my pretty face, and now that's gone too. And for a while there, I got pretty depressed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it depressed me. It depressed me a lot. To the point that I, you know, started gaining weight. And I think that started a cycle. Before that it happened, I had lost a lot of weight too, you know, and I was on a really good roll. And then after that happened to me, I did get depressed. I started drinking a lot more. I started eating a lot more, started gaining more weight. And I think that started my cycle of how I got so heavy. Before I, you know, how I got up to like 300 and almost 380 pounds. That wasn't the whole reason, but that started the cycle, because I mean, that only lasted, my paralysis in my face only lasted like 8 months, and then it went away. But I still kept eating, you know, and kept on being unhealthy. But anyway, that's, you guys know my issue with that. But yeah, as you can see, like I still have some, you know, you can tell a little bit, this eye is smaller, like my mouth doesn't move the same, my smile is, see, like if I do a really big smile, and this eye is smaller. But you know what, I've learned to accept it, because guess what, this is who I am, and if it happened to me, it happened to me for a reason. And all I can do is I already accepted it. And you know what, like I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm not the only one that this happened to. A lot of people have gone through it. And so I just wanted to share my story about it, and just to tell you guys that if it did happen to you, just be patient. Keep doing those exercises. I know that helped me a lot. The moving of your face, just like move it around, relax it. Do the little exercise where you stick wash your hands, especially now, and then you, like on the inside of your cheek, you kind of just massage it through the inside, and you want to massage all around, like from here all around to here, like that, and just stretch it out, because that'll help the muscle, like, because whenever it's paralyzed, you don't use it, so it kind of contracts itself, I feel. So that helps it like relax and loosen up. And then, you know, just be patient. It'll go away. It goes away. It just takes some time, but it does go away. And then the funny thing is that my brother got it too. I think he got it first, or did I get it first? I don't remember. But that was so weird, like, because I got it and so did my brother, like in the same family. So I don't know. And I looked it up. I was like, could it be hereditary? But no, I don't think it is. It's just a coincidence. And a coincidence also that he had a really bad toothache as well. So guys, whenever you have a really bad toothache, or you know, don't ignore it. Like, go to the dentist. Don't be like me and ignore it, and like, because you don't want to risk something like that happening to you. It's just, it's not fun. It's not something easy to go through. You know, it can leave like long-term effects, like on me, like, you know, it did leave long-term effects. But like I said, I'm okay with it. I can honestly say that it doesn't bother me anymore. It used to bother me, but not anymore. You know what, this is who I am, and I love it. But anyway, I just want to tell you guys my little story about my Bell's palsy experience. And I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.